Tomorrow's headlines today. Dolphins at the Texans. I'm interested to see your pick here. I almost made this game.
This is a very difficult game because I don't know what to do with the Houston Texans.
I know.
Are they good? That's like a basic question. Are they good?
No, because they're not consistent enough to be good.
Thank you very much. As such, the headline will be Texas to a step. Miami gets booted from NFL's big dance. I do like Houston here. The Joe Mixon factor, obviously Joe Mixon's playing really well. Another running back who was picked up off the quote-unquote scrap heap, and he's thriving. Nico Collins, obviously, a big factor in this offense. But if you look at the schedule, Houston has a very late bye. They just are coming off of it. And you wonder, did they get maybe a reset during the bye week? We saw the Eagles had the big reset during the bye, going back to Tom Brady with Tampa. A lot of smart teams can use the bye to kind of recalibrate. I just don't know if they can fully fix the offensive line, the interior. I mean, it is a nightmare. I do think the Dolphins keep this close, but it feels like their season ends in Houston. Every Houston game is close. Look, I mean, they only beat the Cowboys badly, and I think they beat New England badly. But this feels like a 21-20. Texans pull it out late, and Miami and Tua back to the drawing board.
This one's really interesting, and it's on Fox. Steelers at the Eagles. Tomorrow's headlines today. How about this heavyweight matchup?
Yeah, I've hemmed and hawed over this. I like the Eagles a lot. I don't love Sirianni. I've been dismissive of Pittsburgh this season. The headline will be, what can Brown do for you? AJ and Jalen deliver. Give me some AJ Brown props, Colin. I know you don't want to force feed the diva, but you've got to keep this guy happy. He is key to your Super Bowl chances. I don't care what you guys say. Okay. Oh, he's overrated. He's complaining. If they want to win the Super Bowl or get to it, you need A.J. Brown. They're going to have to force feed him. He has a favorable matchup against a kid, Porter, the young kid from Penn State, who leads the NFL in cornerbacks with penalties. You know, he's had a rough year. I do think this is a Philadelphia, not a smash spot, because I like everything about them in this game, but you look at, like, the cornerbacks are really good. No Pickens, again, it's sounding like he's doubtful. We watched Pittsburgh against Cleveland last week. You saw that offense struggle for an entire half without Pickens. They did come alive in the second half, but I wonder if they can't run the ball on the Eagles, and, Eagles' run defense is pretty damn stout. Is Russell Wilson capable of winning this game without Pickens? Where's he going for offense?
Yeah, that's a question. But remember, Philadelphia never scores in the first quarter, and the games are always close. So I think it's a very low-scoring game. I just don't like giving Tomlin 5.5 points.
Yeah.
That's a ton.
Plus, you got the pass rush fully formed now. You got Highsmith, Herbig, and T.J. Watt all healthy. Eagles' offensive line's been good, but coming off the edge, that could rattle Hurts, who, listen, he's not Lamar Jackson with the speed. We know that. No. And they face Lamar twice a year. I think Pittsburgh's going to be ready. I'll go like 27-20 Eagles.
Tomorrow's headlines today. Colts, Broncos. I like Denver, but the Sharps like the Colts.
So the staff was asking me, so what are you and Cowherd go back and forth on a lot? And they're like, yeah, Bo Nix. And I was like, he's not going to like this one. The headline will be, hold your horses. Indy Bucks Broncos back to stalls. I like the Colts to go to altitude and pull a major upset here. Colin, this is going to be a good game. This is one of the, you mentioned the 4 p.m. window is awesome. Yeah. And not a lot of people like the Colts here. What's the lineup to four? What are you seeing there?
Yeah,
4.5.
4.5, yeah.
The big key for me is both teams coming off a bye. Yeah. We know that Gus Bradley likes to sit in a zone defense. Well, who crushes zone defenses? Your guy, Bo Nix. He's a cerebral quarterback, knows where to nail the guys. I wonder if the Colts throw a curveball and go more man, and Bo has struggled against man, throwing guys open, not his forte yet. I think the Colts have something cooked up here. They're getting healthier offensive line. Pittman fully healthy. Jonathan Taylor is. And the big guy to watch here. Do you remember on Monday Night Football, Browns-Broncos? Riley Moss is out injured, the other good cornerback. Patrick Surtain's awesome. Levi Wallace got torched by Judy. I mean, it was bad. They kept posting his stats. He gave up like 200 yards. He has really struggled back-to-back weeks. Go to that Raiders game. He struggled. I wonder if they target him. Now, could the Broncos protect him with keeping a safety high? Then the box is soft and heavy Jonathan Taylor. I think things line up for the Colts here. I think it's going to be a really good game. I'm going Indy with the upset.
Tomorrow's headlines today, arguably the game of the day. Buffalo Bills at the great Detroit Lions, at least great this year.
If you couldn't tell, Combative Cowherd, that's your new nickname. We have a disagree on a lot of games this week, including this one. The headline will be from wings to wins. Buffalo drums up win as Lions fall flat. Jared Goff with the sauce on his face. Again, there's so much here, Colin. Josh Allen, as you see on the screen, I'm telling you, this dude, he's a superstar. We know that. But if you look at his rushing totals early in the season, hey, Josh, just win from the pocket. Don't run. Look, 2 of his last 3 games, double-digit carries. When they need Josh Allen, we need you against the Rams. We need you against the Chiefs. He's tucking and running, and he is difficult against man because the cornerbacks have their back to the quarterback, and that's what the Lions play a lot of. Lions sticking in man. Josh Allen, big run game, and Kincaid's back, and Coleman's back. I'm a little surprised you took the Lions. The big question for me is, you know, if you got X's and O's, this Buffalo defense, they like to live in the nickel. So they're soft up front. You mentioned it. Kyron Williams ran all over them. Does Buffalo throw a wrinkle and say, we're not letting you run the football, Detroit? We know Montgomery and Gibbs, they could kill us. They could pound us into submission. I think we see some wrinkles here, and I think Josh Allen plays some hero ball. I'll go 35-30, 31 Bills in a thriller.
That'd be great. NFL would love that.
Yeah.
Finally, tomorrow's headlines today. Back to school for Bill. Chapel Bill, Carolina Tar Heels' new coach. What say you?
The staff, the guys, you know them. They hit me with a, hey, should we do a Belichick one? And I was like, yeah, why not? I think they want to hear your Rodney Dangerfield. The headline for Bill Belichick will be Belichicking it twice. NC gifted hoodie and natty. Yes, I'm going over the top. North Carolina will win a national championship with Belichick in the next 4 years. Now, hopefully he sticks around that long.
So we have a 4-year timeline on this being right.
Yeah, I don't know if the show will be here. I don't know if we'll still be partners. But that being said, I do think this is going to work. I have very few concerns. And Colin, I know you track recruiting a lot. This is going to be a big weekend tracking the portal when you're at home watching football. What's going on? Belichick, who are they signing? What's going on? I can give you Lombardi's number. I texted with him this week. Listen, they're going to be dialing up some stuff in North Carolina. This is going to be very interesting. And I'm just curious, do you think Sweeney in Clemson reverses his stance and says, hey, Belichick's going to hit the portal. SMU's coming. We got some competition here, and Clemson decides to change their stripes.
Clemson's been the one pushback. They don't like the portal. Yeah. I think Dabo says, I'm going to be here for 15 more years. Bill, interloper, he's here for a year.
Parachuting in.
Yeah, so I don't think Dabo's going to let Carolina football dictate his plan.
Well, FSU's going to mount. They're not going to mount a comeback. They're not going to stay down forever, right? Yeah. And you saw SMU's here. I don't know if they're here to stay.
Yeah.
Syracuse had to transfer from Ohio State, and he led the country, I think, in passing yards.
There's good coaches in that conference.
ACC stepping up. Belichick, this is a rising tide lifts all boats. I think it's a really competitive ACC. I think Belichick's in the playoff next year. I know nobody wants to hear that. That's fine. But I
don't think that's crazy.
Just remember, Arizona State was predicted by the media to finish dead last, okay, in their conference. They're in the playoff. They have a bye.
And they did it with a good coach.
Great coach. I love that guy.
Dillingham.
Does he get on NFL radar soon? He's good, man.
Yeah, he didn't have much to work with. They were out of players. So that guy's got some little running back they love.
That guy's tough. Yeah. Mid to late round pick.
You always have a fascination with smaller, tough guys.
Well, that guy's, I wouldn't call him small. He's like 5'11", 220, rocked up, running over guys, doing the Heisman celebration. That Arizona State team is feisty.